Hi everyone, my name is Adam GSC and welcome back to a new video. Last time I predicted the qualifiers for semi-final 1 and now I'm going to predict the 10 songs that I think will qualify from semi-final 2. My 10 picks are based on a combination of various aspects, but mostly the overall song quality and the package of their performances. Just to give you notes that these are not my 10 favourite songs from the second semi-final, nor are they the songs that will qualify from this semi. But this is more so of a prediction of what I think might happen. Before I begin with this video, make sure you give this video a like, subscribe to my channel, and leave a comment down below. Just like with semi-final 1, the way I'm going to do this is to announce and give my reasons for my 10 predicted qualifiers in a random order, just like how they do it in the actual qualifying results, and then briefly discuss why I think the other 6 songs will not make it. Anyway, without further ado, let's get into the video and see who I predict will qualify from semi-final 2. Honest to God, this was a really tough one to rank. Like, I felt like I had to pile down 13 songs into 10. And once the rehearsals came out, I had 4 songs battling out for the last place. But I'll get into that one later on. Kicking off my predictions with the first song I predict will qualify, which is Lithuania. Tavalakis might not appeal to everyone, but this is such a strong rock entry, and I think rock fans are easily going to get behind this. Lithuania has also been a powerhouse in sending quality entries throughout this decade, which is so unlike the Lithuania I knew before in Eurovision. They also tend to get plenty of diaspora votes from other countries, including Ireland and the United Kingdom. And I'm very certain that Latvia will give them points too. I'm also very convinced that Catharsis are going to perform well in Basel, so I'm really hoping for the best in this case. The second country I think will qualify is Israel. I honestly do not need to delve deep into this. We all know why they're qualifying. The third country in my predictions is Malta. Unlike Poland, Malta is the one country that rarely does well with the public vote. Even when they sent a televote friendly song last year, they still managed to come last in a televote only semi. However, Malta usually tends to do well if the song is hyped up enough and is promoted well before the contest. And serving definitely ticks those 2 boxes. What started out as a meme because of the original intention of serving cans ended up becoming a chaotically fun bop that is well treasured within the fandom. It also caught a lot of attention in other countries as well, even if some of the international responses are negative. This is still a huge advantage in Malta's campaign to get back into the final. Aside from this, I have a really good feeling that Mariana Conte is going to put on a show, as she is well capable of selling this song live by now. The fourth country I'm predicting to qualify is Latvia. Out of the 4 songs I was considering to place into a spot in my predictions, I chose Borma Naimi in the end. To be honest, it wasn't really a song I was expecting to put into my predictions at all, but this is mainly thanks to its staging during the rehearsals. Groups performing ethnic songs usually tend to do rather well in Eurovision, especially with the public. Even though this might not be the most accessible song in terms of the general taste of casual viewers, its staging will definitely catch the attention of the viewers regardless. Also, Tautu Matas' costumes and vocals are stunning, so I really hope they put on a fascinating enough performance to get them into the final. The 5th country I think will make the final is Austria. I don't think this will win the semi-final, but it's still in contention to win the contest as a whole. So this is qualifying with ease. Wasted Love is such a groundbreaking entry that takes a brand new approach to opera in contrast to what we've seen in Eurovision before. And just like how accessible Nemo was last year when they won, this is definitely going to have the same effect. After Cyprus, this is going to be the second performance with Sergio Ayen on board, So it will be very exciting to see how this performance comes together on the night. JJ also has such a phenomenal voice, which is going to appeal to so many people. The sixth country I'm predicting to make the lineup on Saturday is Denmark. Despite winning the contest 3 times, Denmark has not qualified a single time this decade, which is very unfortunate. Although people are very mixed on whether Hallucination will qualify or not, I still think this is the song to get Denmark back into the final. Whilst the song may be dated, it's still very accessible simultaneously. The main reason why I have this qualifying in my predictions is because of Sissal alone. She is vocally brilliant, and I think it will be enough to get Denmark back into the final. From what I can see from the rehearsals, the staging has upgraded so much since the Danish selection, and I think it will shape up to be a hallucinating performance. Jokes aside, I think the package is good enough for this to qualify. The 7th country I think is qualifying is Czechia. Czechia were so close to qualifying last year with Pedestal. Even though there was a little bit of hype for Pedestal, the hype for Kiss Kiss Goodbye is way more immediate. So I think that's enough to say that this will make the final. Although this might not be everyone's cup of tea, this is a very radio-friendly song that many people enjoy. So I think this will be accessible enough to the general public. Furthermore, I think Adonis is an amazing performer from seeing him at the pre-parties. He has such an incredible vocal range, and the costume from his rehearsals is fabulous. I also think he can find a way to make the dance break work on stage. So I cannot wait to see what he delivers. The 8th country I think will make the final is Finland. Erika Fickman has already been such a huge name in Finland over the past 5 years, and she is incredibly well known within the fandom as well. She also has such an empowering stage presence, and it will definitely be enough to push Finland into the final again, especially with such a show-stopping song like Ikoma. Finland has been so consistently strong over the past few years in Eurovision, particularly with the revamp of their national final. And I can definitely see them come for the win again after Lordi in 2006. Maybe not this year, but hopefully soon. However, I do think Ikoma has an incredibly strong chance in winning the semi-final. If not a certain country, of course. As it is closing this semi-final, and it is honestly the best possible spot for it to perform. The 9th country I'm predicting to qualify is Greece. Honestly, I keep going up and down with this when trying to lock in my predictions. I now think that this has an even stronger chance to make the final due to how fresh and modern Astro Mata sounds as an ethnic entry. There's also a huge following for this amongst the fandom. Even though there might be concerns on what the locals might think of this, I believe the reception is still going to be very positive. Claudia can also sing well live from what we've seen from her prior, and the staging in her rehearsal has upgraded so much since winning the selection in January. I have faith that she'll put on a strong enough vocal performance to make Saturday's lineup. And finally, the 10th and last country I'm predicting to qualify from semi-final 2 is Australia. I still find it surprising that this is opening the semi-final, but it's still a very fitting way to start the party. I am so glad that Australia decided to take a risk this year after just missing out on the spot in the final with Electric Fields last year. Whilst Milkshake Man may receive a lot of hate, there's still going to be so many people, including myself, who absolutely love it. It's quirky and chaotic as hell, and this is exactly what people veer towards when they watch Eurovision. Gojo also seems to have a charmingly fun stage presence, and he definitely showcases this whenever he performs Milkshake Man. The rehearsal footage also looks insane, so I have no doubt about Australia returning to the final this year. So those were my 10 predicted qualifiers for semi-final 2. Now I'm going to list the remaining 6 countries and briefly discuss why I don't think they will make it. These countries are Montenegro, Ireland, Armenia, Georgia, Luxembourg, and Serbia. Montenegro is never really a country that fares well in the contests due to the fact that they mainly never sent anything that's competitive enough. Although the concept for Dobro Došli is there, its execution is not strong enough, and it's definitely gonna get lost, especially with the song performing second. I really want to place Ireland in my predictions, as Like a Party is one of my favourite songs of this year. Although I was very close to placing this in my 10 predictions. I'm now less certain about us qualifying for the final, unfortunately. This has an incredible staging concept, and I will definitely say that this will be remembered by both the audience and viewers alike. I'm just concerned about Emmy's vocals from watching our rehearsal clip, but I still think she'll do a great job for us, whether we qualify or not. This is just a really tough semi-final to get out of. And even though I don't see us qualifying for now, I will still be rooting for Emmy when she performs. And I really hope that I'm proven wrong on the night. As a song alone, Armenia never really seems to be competitive from the get-go. I do get the appeal that locals may veer towards Survivor more than us fans, due to how radio-friendly it sounds. But the quality of the song is still not high enough in contrast to the majority of the lineup. Park's staging concept is intriguing, and I am fascinated to see how this will be executed on the night. But overall, I'm not too sure that this will make it. Georgia, I have discussed Freedom way more than enough times to prove how dead on arrival it is. Even when seeing its rehearsal clip, it now sounds even more dead than it originally was. Luxembourg has received a lot of praise from its fans, and it's easily understandable, mainly due to the concept of reviving an old Eurovision winner from the 60s. My main concern is that the casual viewers may not know about this concept, and the song might sound a tad bit dated to them. I also don't think Laura's vocals are that promising when I saw her rehearsal clip. I had this as one of my 4 borderline choices beforehand, but now I don't think it will stand a chance. Serbia was another country I was close to placing within my 10 predictions, especially after seeing the rehearsal clips. Considering that this is a televote only semi, I think it makes it harder for songs like Mila to qualify. I still see a world where this will make the final, but due to the poor reception it has received from the fans, I can't really see this appealing to the public vote alone. I can even sense that with the staging, that Prince and his dancers are doing as much as they can to make his performance as memorable as possible, especially with him performing second last. But if it doesn't come together on a night, it's very possible that this will just miss out on a place in the final. To give you a recap of this video, the 10 countries in semi-final 2 that I predict will make the grand final are Lithuania, Israel, Malta, Latvia, Austria, Denmark, Czechia, Finland, Greece, and Australia. Do you agree or disagree with any of my predictions? Who do you think will qualify from semi-final 2? Let me know in the comments down below, and make sure you give this video a like and subscribe to my channel. So now you know my qualifying predictions, and I cannot wait to see who makes the final lineup on Saturday. Thank you so much for watching this video, and hopefully I will see you next time. Goodbye!